So far, so good. But there's still plenty left to do. We'll meet at the briefing station when you want to get moving.
Rightio then. So we'll be there in a quick second. Of course, before that, greetings! Ladies and gentlemen, Smiling Shit 4 here, and welcome back to some more Marvel Ultimate Alliance for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. As in our last session, we raided the hideout. You know, where, our girlfriend, what's his face? He had a little white eye, you know, fires a gun. Oh, I remember. We fought Cable himself, the man behind the operation, and, as a bonus, we secured him into custody. So, if you guys want to see all of that happen as it did, as well as anything in between, make sure to check out those previous 4 videos in the descriptions playlist down below. But anyway, today, of course, before we actually go into the next mission, we got still some conversations, and something tells me this is gonna be quite a plenty. But before we do that, gotta make sure I got things taken care of. Let's see here. All right. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to switch up the team a bit, at least temporarily. Iron Man, I can switch you out for, say, I guess Miss Marvel for the time being. You know, just for a little moment. Because we got some more dialogue with him, and I'd like to use that if I can. Speaking of which, where is he? Oh, he's right there. Okay. So much more close than I expected.
Hello, what can I do for you?
The base is smashed, and the rebels are on the run. You ready to mop this up?
No. It was a good start, but according to our intelligence, they're still getting pretty well established in other locations.
Sounds like it could be a long wall then. Looks like we hit the ribs, not the hut. So we take out those other locations.
If we can find them, yes. So far, we're not having much luck. At this point, we need to make sure we keep a tight rein on those we've already captured. Fortunately, we've started transferring inmates to Prison 42.
I'd like to inspect it. The forces we're fighting are gonna be hard to detain, no matter what. Prison 42? Not a very intimidating name.
It's not meant to be. It's number 42 on a list that Reed and I came up with. Ways to make the world safer.
Well then, the more you know. Even I didn't know that. Wait, what? Apparently we can talk to him more. Ms. Marvel, would you like to... Can you... Oh, or is it Spider-Man? I bet it's Spider-Man. Or no, oh, Mr. Fantastic. Ah, there we go. That's the dialogue I was looking for.
What's up?
Tony, I believe we're ready for the nanite villain field test. As long as you still feel strongly about pursuing it.
Of course I do. Cap's getting more and more followers every day, while we're flat. We need to shore up our numbers.
I just wish there was another way. But I can't fault your logic. If only those fools could see the big picture. I just worry about the price of failure. Of losing control of one of those lunatics.
I know you won't let something like that happen, Reed. Now, sounds like you could use a break. Why don't you take Susan out to a movie or something?
Susan's being a bit distant. I think she's unsure of our mission here. I don't need your advice in that area, Tony. Let's stick to the business. My relationship with Susan is fine. We don't need to shore it up, as you might put it.
Well, I doubt that. But it can't hurt to inquire. Take it from me. They love it when you ask them what they're feeling.
Says the guy who's dated... how many women now? I mean, before you became Iron Man, and then after you announced that you were Iron Man? I'm just saying. Okay then. So that should be all that. Like, that's literally the only thing I can think of. And now to actually bring him back into the party. Where is he? Seriously though, this list here, I do not like it much better than the previous game, because in that game you could at least see all the possible candidates at once instead of having to actually scroll through the whole list. It was less frustrating. But you know, that's just me. Alright then. So now we have Iron Man back, time to actually set up a new team. And this team I'm going to be working with, let's see here. Ah yes, I remember now. So, unfortunately, Songbird, we're gonna have to put you on the back burner for the time being. Don't worry, you'll get your chance to shine eventually. I hope. But for the time being, we're gonna replace you with our favorite Mark with a mouth, Deadpool. Deadpool! Yeah! I love this guy. Just wish there's more, Actually, it might be. I was about to say if there's any conversations between him and others, but, I have no idea. And Spider-Man, for as long as we've been having him, it's time to actually give him a bit of a break and bring back Ms. Marvel. Ah, yes. Yeah, for whatever reason, well, I guess with Ms. Marvel it makes sense, you know, she's a hero. But with Deadpool, I don't get that. Well, then again, he doesn't, Yeah, I got nothing with him. I honestly can't think of anything else. Unless there's something from the Deadpool movie that I don't know of because I never saw it and I still want to. And if there's something about that whole Wade Wilson persona thing, I cannot see why he would be considered a pro-reg hero. I'd see him more as an anti-hero. Or wait, no, hold on. I think I'm mixing up my logic. Pro-reg heroes, they revealed their data to the government. I doubt he would do that. Either way, it's weird to me. I don't know why. But yeah, I think that's that. I think that is a that.
Shield officials have called the incident, quote, regrettable.
Alright, then we just gotta do a little exploring. Starting off, we got ourselves a hideout art bundle. And of course we got a good old fancy terminal, which I don't plan on using anytime soon because that'd be boring. I got cable. Oh, and look at that. It's Songbird herself. What are the odds?
Yes?
Melissa, the rest of the Thunderbolts are almost finished with the procedure.
That's fine. I recommend you talk to Bullseye first. This will probably be hardest on him.
Do you think he'll be a problem? We're not concerned about his personal feelings on the matter. No, it'll be the hardest on heroes asked to fight alongside him.
Granted. Frankly, I don't care what happens to most of these Thunderbolts. This is the team I used to lead.
Ooh, harsh. Well, we need you to take care of them now. No, they're all locked up in the new prison. Right, your old team was just a group of really nice people. Which I would not know of because I don't know of the original Thunderbolts team.
How kind of you to remind me. You heroes are always so warm and compassionate.
Well, gee, I'm sorry. What do you expect from me?
Ready when you are.
Yes?
Melissa, the rest of the Thunderbolts are almost finished with the procedure. Wait, this isn't a copy one, is
That's fine. I recommend you talk to Bullseye.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, now here's one thing that I've been, noticing throughout the actual, when I go into the bonus footage to actually pull out the dialogue clips. When I do those, usually, I can only usually do the clip once. Well, twice, technically. Once on the first time we actually meet them, second time around I use the actual simulator. If I go back a third time, I can't do a repeat, for whatever reason. And the fact that Tony and Reed have the exact same kind of dialogue, that's kind of, strange. But hey, it saves me some time. It really saves me all the time and footage. Okay, which one do we choose? Do you think he'll be a problem?
He is always a problem, but your system seems designed to work around that. Frankly, I don't care what happens to most...
Well, we need you to care about them now.
I'll do my best. I can't promise any more than that.
But yeah, that's kind of odd. I've never expected to have the same dialogue. Yeah, well. Did Bull say anything? No, he cannot. Ah, well.
Ladies first. What can I do for you?
No offense, but we're not going to win this thing by depending on former supervillains.
You can read what you'd like into it. I can't say we're any happier about it than you are.
This wasn't what I planned on when I signed. How can we trust people like Venom? Or Bullseye? Just keep your distance from me. That goes for all of your criminals.
I've learned to, within limits. But from what I hear, it won't be an issue. S.H.I.E.L.D. says their system is foolproof.
Is that so? Because I noticed with a lot of comics they say something's foolproof, and then there's something that always goes wrong. I'm just saying. Remind me how you ended up on our side.
When this whole war broke out, we got talked into rounding up unregistered supercriminals. Seems like we did too good a job. Now we're here to help you.
What does that mean? Do we look like we need your help? That's insane. You don't belong here.
Feel free to tell that to Stark and Richards if you want. Goodbye.
Okay, and that's that. All three of those ones. Didn't get them. I got some audio over here. Weird cough in there.
Claiming that expanded enforcement in other metropolitan areas will be, quote, underway shortly.
Alright, where's... yes, it's Black Widow. I probably should bring the good old... the Iron Head in here. And I'll take this Adrenaline Rush Simulator disc. And, let's see, what's this? The dossier for the Rebel Hideout. Okay, then.
Hello, Tony. What can I do for you?
I wanted to know if you had uncovered any evidence of Fury helping the anti-Reg forces.
There's no indication of that so far, but with Fury, that might not mean much.
I guess it doesn't matter as long as we keep winning this thing. I don't like having him off the radar like this. He's too big a variable. If you had to find him, could you?
There are few men I could not find, but he is one of them. The bottom line, however, is that if Fury decides to help Captain America and his White Star allies, I doubt there's much he could offer them apart from strategic advice.
I hope you're right. I wouldn't be so quick to assume that, Natasha. That's the kind of optimism that can lose us this war. Natasha. Defensive!
I can see your point. We'll keep an eye out for anything that has Fury's fingerprints on it.
Glad to hear it. I'd be kind of curious, though. What would happen if Fury did aid the rebels in their the comics? Because I never read that, but if he did, I'd be very interested to see where that went. I don't know if it's just me.
Let's get going.
Hello. What can I do for you?
So do you regret being part of the Latveria strike that caused all this?
I regret nothing. We did what needed to be done at the time.
No looking back, huh? Being a secret agent means never having to say you're sorry, huh? Interesting how you came out of that clean while Fury took the fall, isn't it?
Nick is a stand-up kind of guy. He wasn't going to pass the blame to anyone else.
That's Fury for you. Speaking of which, any word from Fury?
I haven't heard anything from him since he went underground.
Do you think he's alright? You think he might be aiding the rebels somehow? Would you tell me if you had?
That's a good question. I'll let you figure out the answer. I need to return to my duties now.
Fine then. Lady. A little bit of a jerk. But okay.
The
last but not least,
SHIELD agents known as the White
She-Hulk.
Star has stepped up attacks on SHIELD operations.
Hi, Tony. What's up?
Jennifer, I think your decision to defend Robbie Baldwin in court shows very poor judgment. We don't want to be associated with the speedball.
I realize sometimes it's hard for people who aren't lawyers to understand that we can separate our cases and our personal feelings.
I do understand that, but I'm more concerned about the public perception right now. If you get him a plea bargain, it goes down as a win in the anti-reg column. It reflects poorly on us. We can't seem conflicted. Defense.
In whose scorebook? This isn't a game, Tony. I know you're trying to paint this thing in terms of black and white, but it isn't that simple. Speedball didn't kill those people, but without help, he'll get lynched as if he had.
I appreciate your candor. I'd still appreciate it if you dropped the case. Someone will defend him. It doesn't have to be you. The public understands black and white, and not much else, Jen.
Maybe not, but there's no better person to defend him than me.
Untouchable! Yeah. Alright, and I think that's everything around here. Grab all the collectibles, talk to all the people, Now let's move. Oh, actually, hold on. Just remember this. Let's see. Wait, no, that's not it. Which one is? Ah, here it is. Costume swapping to classic Iron Man. Freaking, like cartoon Iron Man, if you can even call him that. And then for Reed, these guys, I think this was the Ultimate Marvel version of his. I can't remember. It looks very familiar though. We obviously don't have it for either of these two, so we'll have to unlock them as we get in there. But alright. Let's go.
Yeah. Who do I kill?
You're about to find out.
No, it was a good start, but according to our intelligence, they're still getting pretty well established in other locations. Unfortunately, it could be. An unpleasant way to put it, but yes. At this point, we need to make sure we keep a tight rein on those we've already captured. Fortunately, we've started transferring inmates to Prison 42. If Reed's calculations are correct, there is virtually no chance of anyone breaking out of that place. Ever. Definitely. But make sure you get a visitor's pass first. You don't want to accidentally wind up incarcerated there. Of course I do. Cap's getting more and more followers every day, while we're flat. We need to shore up our numbers. So what else is new? Don't worry so much, Reed. Fortune favors the foolish. We just have to do a better job of showing it to them. Now, sounds like you could use a break. Why don't you take Susan out to a movie or something? Understood, Reed. Business it is. I didn't mean that at all, Reed. But you've been working hard. Take a break when you get a chance, okay?
That's fine. I recommend you talk to Bullseye first. This will probably be hardest on him. That's probably for the best. He barely has any feelings worth considering anyway. Frankly, I don't care what happens to most of these Thunderbolts. This is the team I used to lead. They did what they were asked, and not because of mind control. I'll help you with this, but I don't have to like it. You can read what you'd like into it. I can't say we're any happier about it than you are. We'll do our best. They say war makes strange bedfellows. When this whole war broke out, we got talked into rounding up unregistered supercriminals. Seems like we did too good a job. Now we're here to help you. No, but that didn't stop S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm sure they'll fill you in on the details soon. Stark and S.H.I.E.L.D. have a plan. I'm sure they'll let you in on it soon. Talk to you later.
There's no indication of that so far, but with Fury, that might not mean much. We'll continue monitoring in every way we can think of. I understand, but dealing with big unknowns goes hand in hand with running a war. The bottom line, however, is that if Fury decides to help Captain America and his White Star allies, I doubt there's much he could offer them apart from strategic advice. If you don't mind my saying so, Tony, you worry too much. I can see your point. We'll keep an eye out for anything that has Fury's fingerprints on it. I regret nothing. We did what needed to be done at the time. What's done is done. I'm not a big fan of, how do you say, Monday morning quarterbacks. Something like that. We can't often afford the luxury of second-guessing ourselves. I haven't heard anything from him since he went underground. Every bit of intelligence we've got indicates he isn't. But then again, Nick wrote the book uncovering his tracks. I am confident he's safe and watching everything that's going on. Will he choose to interfere? That is a better question. I'm sorry. I have work to do. Goodbye.
I realize sometimes it's hard for people who aren't lawyers to understand that we can separate our cases and our personal feelings. Sorry, Tony, but I think everyone here is conflicted, at least a bit, including yourself. Don't worry, I'll maintain the appropriate distance, from both sides. I know you're trying to paint this thing in terms of black and white, but it isn't that simple. Speedball didn't kill those people, but without help, he'll get lynched as if he had. Noted, Tony, but I can't. Then I guess that's why we have the court system.